of the western sky comes
Runway DFW.
Live from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport in Texas, this is Runway DFW, in color. Now, here is your host, Walt Zwerko.
Hello everybody, good morning on this Friday, November 25th, 2022. You are seeing kind of a, our picture is getting interrupted now and again by our famous shower curtain tarps, which are covering our equipment. It's not quite raining, it's not quite not raining here at DFW. It's 53 degrees. The wind is blowing from the north at probably about 10 to 15 miles an hour. That means we have north flow today. The planes are coming out of the south. And I've done as best I can to batten down the hatches here to bring you some semblance of a broadcast. Now, I'm going to attempt to try to show you what we've got going on here. I don't have I don't know if this will be very clear. I'm trying to see how it looks to you guys, but here's our computer. It's covered by this shower curtain. Our camera is also covered up with just the lens protruding in the front of the camera, and the rest of it's pretty much covered up. But unfortunately, you're going to see some of this flapping in the wind occasionally. So that's how we're situated right now. We'll point camera. What camera is that today? We don't have our full complement of cameras. We don't have our audio board. So we're kind of running at about 60% today. Let's check in with you guys. Let me get the date out of the way. You know what the date is now. It's Friday, November 25th. It's Black Friday, as they say here in the U.S. I see Gerard in the house. Thank you, Gerard. He's one of the great members of our Moderation Federation, which who we should acknowledge right before we start there. So there's our current complement of moderators, some of whom you will see in the chat today. So please thank them for their fine service. We don't have our regular microphone either today, so if I sound a little weird, that's why. Also because I'm hearing myself in my headphones by a second delay, so. Okay, Alexander's vlog says hello. And Gerard says hello, Runway DFW, hello. And to answer a question some of you may have, we're not using our new camera 5 this morning. Just because I don't want to jeopardize it, having just acquired it, and we don't really need it in the daylight as much as we do at nighttime. So while this might have been a good opportunity to try it out again, I just didn't want to chance it, so I hope you'll understand. Camera 5 will be back. Let me switch over. Let's see, So I want to make sure we're on the right camera here. Before I fold the shower curtain over. Oh boy. Bear with us, folks. Hello. I'm trying to batten down the hatches while bringing you a picture. Okay, I think I've got it here. All right, here's a Martinair flight. I believe that to be a Super Cargo Master. In the background, you see an American Eagle flight coming in from Corpus Christi, Texas. It's flight 3885, an Embraer 175. There it is. Oh, the other thing we don't have, you might hear it in the background. We do have our tower radios going, but it's not directly interconnected with our stream, so I'm kind of still getting my bearings here as far as what I'm pointed at and what we're seeing. I hear some sirens, but they're behind me. They're on the highway. Well, let's see if we can see. We have a low ceiling today. So as planes take off, they'll be disappearing rather quickly into the murk. So you see a couple of those tiny cargo planes going out, and the incoming flight is American 1470, an Airbus A321, which has been winging its way to us from the city of Seattle. So after almost 3.5 hours in flight, it lands. Oh, that's not the Seattle flight, sorry. That, of course, is an American Eagle CRJ 700. And that just arrived from Wichita Falls, Texas. A 35-minute flight this time. See, I think I need to get the windsock that goes on my microphone. Let me point the camera in an interesting direction here. So here comes the flight from Seattle. I'm going to check your messages now. And here's me. This is our setup right now. I'm under the shower curtain. Blue Stem, Illinois Prairie. Good morning. Enjoying Runway DFW, even with the wintry weather trying to steal the show. You know, it's not exactly wintry. It is 53 degrees here. Not bad at all. But the wind does make it a little less comfortable, I would say. AV8 G8, no, AV8 GB2 G8, AV8 gate to gate, Runway DFW. Mr. Walt, besides bringing us these streams, what else do you do now, or what was your background before, if retired now? Hey, are you alleging that I'm old? But no, seriously, if you want my full background, there's a link to my current biography in the description of this and all of our streams. So if you're that interested, you can go down there and look for Walt's bio. And Alexander's vlog says, Runway DFW, are you going to stream on November 30th? It's hard to say right now because as of like about 12 hours ago, I wasn't sure I was going to stream today. And I'm beginning to wonder if I made the right decision. But at any rate, here we are. Andrea Molson says, hello, Walt and all DFW mods and family from North Wales in the UK. Hey there. Let's see who else we've got in here. I see Evelyn MD. I see Ms. Wolves 13. I see Mrs. Runway DFW. Anthelini says, how are we going today? Well, it's kind of tentative right now. I don't know how long we're going to hold up, but we're going to try. And there's Ms. Wolves 13, one of the great members of the Moderation Federation. Good morning and happy Thanksgiving. Charlene says, Camera 5, stay safe and dry. There will be other chances, yes. The wind is picking up. It's gusting now. I'm going to try to bring you some airplane action before we have to shut down. I just want to say hello to everybody first. There's TriStar Darren. Hello, Walt. Hi, everyone. Did I put this one up already? John Franco says, good thing not to stream yesterday. DFW saw some crazy reroutes. Killeen took in 2 diversions as well for Sky West flights from DFW that were to land in Laredo. And yeah, I looked at Flight Radar one time during the afternoon, and I think I counted, there was like maybe 18 planes that were lined up to take off. Ron Sees America, good morning everyone. And I think we've pretty much caught up. There's Sebastian Echeverria, says, hey Walt. Evelyn MD with tongue firmly in cheek says, looks like a beautiful day there in Texas today. I'm Just a Bill says, Walt's bio is impressive. Well, of course it's impressive. I wrote it. And MRI says, good morning, Walt and all at Runway DFW chat room. Happy Thanksgiving and Merry Christmas. Well, it is finally the time when I can personally accept seeing Christmas displays in the shops. Because, of course, we've been seeing them since October, since the end of Halloween. Okay, let's go back to what we're supposed to be doing, and that is bringing you planes. Now, the next plane coming in is American Eagle Flight 3189 from Lawton, Oklahoma. There you see that little dot there in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. But following that will be our first heavy of the morning, American Airlines Flight 6 from Maui. So let's see what we can do to bring you these mighty aircraft. I should explain to anybody who's joining us for the first time that this is not our optimal configuration for watching planes land here. We like it when the planes land from the north instead of landing from the south. but that's not what we're in for today. So there, I don't know if our camera's going to focus in on that, but that's the flight coming in from Maui. That's 777. So we'll do what we can to keep it in focus for you. Have you ever seen a picture of Matthew Brady? He was a very well-known early American photographer. Took a lot of pictures of the Civil War, and his camera and cameras of that era, the photographer would be draped in a black cloth looking at a ground glass screen of an upside down image to focus on, and it's kind of what I look like now, except I'm under a shower curtain. And again, it's not exactly raining here, but it is moist. So there's the big American jet from Maui, whose passengers are, I guess they may be braced for this, but it's certainly not going to be Maui weather for them today here. Let us look to the left here. We'll zoom out a bit, and we will welcome Polar Air Cargo on its morning flight from Cincinnati, Ohio. That's a 767. It is headed over to the cargo area here on the west side of the airport. Can't give you a jingle today due to our minimal configuration, but our jingle singers would say 1993 on this one, 29 years old. Making a leisurely stroll over to the cargo facility. And any crinkling you hear, that is the sound of the official Runway DFW shower curtain, keeping our gear from getting a little too wet. There in the background is American Eagle Flight 4970 coming in from Laredo, Texas. It's a CRJ 700. I think I told you I was going to get a windscreen for my microphone. So I think I'll do that, but I will re-aim the camera over to a Queen of the Skies. Parked there, it's a UPS Queen of the Skies. It looks like it's I don't know when it came in. I suspect overnight. I didn't see it arrive. We got here about a little after 5 a.m. So let me lock that down for a second and go see what I can do about our microphone, and I'll be right back with you on Runway DFW. Thank you for your patience and for your understanding on this blustery day in Dallas-Fort Worth. I'll be right back. So now I'll ask you to hold on for a second while I turn down the volume to apply this wind sock to the microphone. I'll be right back. Do I have music to play? I should have some music. Oh, I have our standby music. So, standby. I'll be right back. All right, thank you for your patience. Hopefully this will be a little clearer. I am checking to make sure I haven't missed anything. Louis DeHaan says, good afternoon to everyone. I suspect you're over across the pond, Louis, if you're saying afternoon, but that's fine. Ryan Paulding says, good morning, Walt. I see, who else do I see here? Oh, there he is. Waters says, good afternoon, Walt. Hello, Waters. Glad to have you with us here on this murky Friday. And I think I've gotten confirmation that the sound is a little better. Hey, let's turn our attention to Japan Airlines Flight 12, shall we? That's better than looking at a static airplane. This is coming in from Tokyo Haneda Airport. It is a 787 Dreamliner. Let me see if I can get the lens unblocked here. We're just going to barely see it landing here. Is that it? I didn't miss it that much, did I? Oh, there it is. It's hiding. Well, a little slow on the uptake there, folks. But there's Japan Airlines Flight 12 about to get photobombed by an American Airbus A321. You may hear in the background a plane taking off. There haven't been a lot of them yet. We'll get one shortly, and you get to see how low the ceiling is here this morning. Uh-oh. That was our rain cover falling over the top of our camera 1 here. Let me see what happened. But the shower curtain kind of... I don't have an official rain cover for our gear here, which is why I'm relying on shower curtain technology. But this is fun, right? Okay, now I'm getting myself situated under the shower curtain so I can actually focus in on things. As you can see, it's a very gray day here. Sun came up about 25 minutes ago, but we do not see it. The JAL flight on its slow trek to the gate at Terminal D, which you see there in the background, the international terminal here at DFW. All right, let's shift our focus here to American Flight 2012. This is going to be an A319 coming in from Monterrey, Mexico on Runway DFW. Not quite a fog extravaganza this morning, but it's our shower curtain blowing. I need more. I've got got the shower curtain tied down with clips, kind of binder clips, I guess you would say, to clip onto the tripod legs. So hang on there, bear with us. I know you will. This is not going well. I know you're not. I'm going to switch to our other camera so that at least you can see something. That's the UPS facility there, with that 747 and an MD-11 in the foreground. I'm going to reconfigure our main camera protective gear here. I don't think we're missing anything except for professional broadcasting. Well, somebody just sent in a super chat. I couldn't see it through the shower curtain, but I will acknowledge it as soon as I get. This is when we should have a behind-the-scenes camera here, because looking at me wrangling all this plastic is... I'm sure it would be amusing. The thing is, I haven't done this enough to be good at it. We've had one or two occasions when we've had to batten down the hatches. And so, yes, I know this is not the most scintillating of broadcasts at this time. Here, what I'll do is I don't know if this is going to work at all. I don't think that'll tilt up enough. Hang on. Okay, so now you can see me trying to futz with this so I can protect the gear and give you a picture. So hang on. I need to keep the shower curtain from blowing in front of the lens while giving me an entree to see what's going on. Okay, can that work? But no, I can't see out the front yet. So if I tuck this in here, give me the ability to get under here. I know, this looks silly. Oh, the camera fell over. Okay. Okay, this may work. Well, they should probably just hand me the Emmy right now for work under crazy conditions. Let's see, so there's our main camera. It's kind of moving on its own accord right now. All right, let's see if we can bring you an airplane or two before everything goes crazy. I'm under the canopy. And we're punched up on that camera. Yes, yes. Okay. Well, let's just look around and see what we can see. I don't see anything landing right now. At least not on this side. It looks like... Let's see if we can follow this along. United Flight 2371. It's off to San Francisco. It's a 737 MAX 9. We haven't seen too many of those aircraft here. And I think I spy with my little eye. You can see how far away things are when we're in North Flow. And that's it way down there. I think we're at maximum zoomage, yeah. So we'll try to get this aircraft taking off for you. If you're just tuning in, you're watching Runway DFW live from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport in Texas. It is 7:38 a.m. Central Standard Time. We have very windy conditions. It's blustery. It's not particularly cold. It's in the mid-50s, but it's... the wind is making it unpleasant, and there's also a bit of mist, rain, fog. But it's always fun to watch airplanes under challenging conditions. And we'll do the best we can under the circumstances. So we'll try to watch this take off, then we'll get back to your messages again. I can't tell if that's fog or a shower curtain. Oh, it's shower curtain. Let me pull back the curtain a little bit. Oh my goodness. This can't be very much fun to watch. Let's see, is that? That's my fingers going over the lens. I'm trying to feel whether there's any blockage. I don't know whether this is going to be a particularly busy day for flying. I know the day before Thanksgiving here in the U.S., which was Wednesday, very busy day for passenger traffic. I suspect the next busiest day is going to be Sunday, when people are racing to return home after their 4-day holidays. I hear things happening. I hear a little music playing, which indicates that you guys are doing nice things. We'll zero in on this big old Queen of the Skies. Let me return to my keyboard here. See what's happening with you folks. We would like to acknowledge a $5 super chat from Going Slightly Mad. Thanks for braving the rain, Walt. My pleasure. It's fun to do, really. Gerard says, there was an old man, underneath a shower curtain trying to film a plane. Everyone liked it, but it was insane. Oh, it's a rhyme. Okay. There was an old man underneath a shower curtain trying to film a plane. Everyone liked it, but it was insane. MRI says funny. Very funny old man jokes. Nick Woodward with a £3.99 super chat. Appreciate your commitment, Walt. Thank you, Nick. And Ray Anderson with a $5 super chat. Hope weather improves for you, Walt. Good morning. Thank you. John Franco says the decoded meteorological terminal air report doesn't show any signs of mist. Well, I've got news for you, meteorological terminal air report. Kevin Muttershaw says, the world is turned upside down. You have a horrible day. And here in the UK, we have bright blue, sunny skies, bright blue sun, skies shining, but a bit of a chill. I'm sure you wanted to know that, Walt. Hey, I'm happy if you've got good weather where you are. More power to you. Angela Smith, our friend who we see very regularly out here, says, Walt, no British Airways A380 landing at DFW today. Oh, they're sending a 777-300ER instead. Well, that's interesting. Well, I won't be out here for that, I don't think. Ben's Plane Productions notes that cargo pilots make a ton more than airline pilots. Really interesting. Alexander Lee says, has anyone told Walt we would stay here even if he had a white screen and read fairy tales? Well, I doubt that, but thank you. We have another super chat from Bill Platt, our good friend and trusted moderator. $10. Walt, what often fails but never gets hurt? Oh, sorry, I read that incorrectly. Do over. What often falls but never gets hurt? Rain. Okay. Mrs. Runway DFW says, old man jokes. Walt is horrified. He still feels like he's 40. I do. Hey, Walt. Hey, Cats Meow. Good to see you. Sebastian wants to know, what did you do for Thanksgiving? Well, I considered coming out here, but it was the weather was even worse than today. But I did have a nice visit with family. A Thanksgiving dinner, a nice turkey dinner. Well, I was going to bring you a plane taking off, but Shower curtain got in the way. I'm pulling back the shower curtain. I don't know. I kind of like days like this. I mean, I don't really relish having these working conditions, but it adds kind of a fun element. Okay, so now we're kind of back to having nothing happening, so we'll go back to watching cargo. So there's that Queen of the Skies. I didn't see it this morning, well, early this morning, when I looked at the comings and goings. So I don't know if there's a chance we'll see that going out before we pack up. Kevin Marshaw said, did you see Kevin's been having lots of problems with his Phoenix streaming? He said he might get a new laptop on Black Friday sale, Walt, but the one he's using is 6 months old, I think. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, the one I've got is about a year old now. I think it's the same model. It's a MacBook Air or MacBook Pro. And we've had occasional streaming problems, but I don't think I could ascribe any of them to the laptop. But of course, he's got a little different setup than me, so. And also, he puts a lot more hours on his laptop than I do. As you know, Kevin at Airline Videos Live, our good friend and airline amigo. He, he does streams that are 10 and 12 hours long, multiple times a week. We usually come to you about 2 times a week, sometimes 3. So he puts a lot more mileage on his gear than we do. Chad Klein says, enjoying watching UPS. Just got done unloading a UPS 767. Chad, are you here somewhere, or are you at another UPS facility somewhere? Paul Usher is our newest subscriber to Runway DFW. We are approaching, the last I looked, 8,000 subscribers. We're up to 7,984, so we're just 16 away from the big 8,000 mark. So I hope if you will, if you're not already a subscriber and you're watching and you're having fun, click the subscribe button. You won't regret it, will you? Oh, now we're getting our battery out signal from the scanner. Got to run back to the car for a second. Now let's see here. Hang on a second. I was going to try to get to another takeoff. We almost missed this one. Let's see if we can catch it. It's Spirit Airlines. Off to Las Vegas it goes. An Airbus A320neo. And I can't tell if that's shower curtain or if that's clouds. I think it's a combination of both that it's off into. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, let me get you something to look at again while I go get a new battery for our scanner. Looks like the APU is chugging away there. So hang on, I'll be right back, folks. And we're back. Let me scan the skies here to see what we could be in store for. And it's a whole lot of nothing right now. Looks like the next arrival is going to be an American Eagle flight from Fort Smith, Arkansas. Big 40-minute flight aboard a Embraer 175. There's the West Tower there, controlling things here on the west side of the airport. Let me say hello to all of my friends up there. Well, you can kind of see see right into the tower there, can't you? There's the ground radar spinning on top. You can even see some of the there's like radar monitors on arms that are hanging down from the ceiling. So I want to say hey there to all those guys and gals up there. Making sure everything is safe and as on time as they can make it. I think that usually we can't see in there because they have these shades that you can kind of see halfway pulled down there on the left, and they're usually all pulled down, at least when I've been up there in the mornings on a bright sunny morning. But so yeah, you can kind of see them Mystery Science Theater style, the silhouettes of the flight controllers. All right, well, we'll take it back a little there and we'll see if we can find our Fort Smith arrival. You ever heard of the artist Cristo? He became well known for wrapping things. And I'm not sure why he did this, but he would wrap statues and buildings and islands. And that was his thing. I think he did Central Park once in New York. I think he passed away fairly recently. Cristo did. So I feel kind of like Junior Cristo today, wrapping my gear. Not perhaps as artistically as Cristo would have. Because we're in what they call North Flow today, when that plane touches down, it's about 2 miles from where we are. So we need a long zoom lens to see it. And because of the wind, our tripod's a little extra unstable today. Next arrival's coming in from Guadalajara, Mexico. It's American Airlines Flight 1034, 737-800. And it's somewhere up there. There it is. Kind of the upper right corner of your viewing screen. Gosh, I'm almost ready to put on my gloves. I have a pair of cheap gloves that I got at the hardware store, and on the right hand I've cut out the tips of the fingers so that I can use touch screens. It comes in handy sometimes. So here's the flight from Guadalajara. After that, I think we're going to go back to looking at cargo being loaded into the belly of the Queen next door to us. See if the wind is having any impact on the stability of the aircraft as it lands. A little bit of wiggle there. Okay, nothing happening takeoff or landing wise, so let's do this while we check the messages again. Thank you folks for being so patient. This is a pretty laid back broadcast today. Okay, I'm going backwards through the stream now, or through the messages now. Miller Time Gaming 88 says, good morning. I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. Well, I know I did. I hope everyone else did too as well, at least here in the U.S., where Thanksgiving is a thing. Craig Russell says, hello, everyone. Gerard with a little bit of wisdom for us. The older I get, the earlier it gets late. Arya's World says hello. Hello to you. Barbara M says, Walt, you might want to try the heavy-duty contractor's trash bags and any drawstring bags. Yeah, I don't really want the cover to be too heavy on what we've got going here. I kind of like the nice thing is these shower curtains fold up quite nicely, compactly. Say hi to Esther Mele. Hello, everyone. Hello to you. Getting back to equipment. Tony McCall says, Kevin of Airline Videos Live has so much equipment I have no idea how he knows what's wrong with it. Well, I did hear him talking about it yesterday on his broadcast from Phoenix, and how he tested, on his downtime, how he tested every cable and, kind of to ensure that it was working. But there's just a lot of variables involved in any television production. Aria's World says Terminal F is coming up soon. Well, that's what I hear. Terminal F is, let's see if we can pull up our animation here. Do we still have that? I think we do. So there you see the A, B, C, D, and E terminals. And there's the location of Terminal F here on the west side, just south of Terminal D. And I believe that and this animation was done a couple of years ago, I think. So I don't believe it'll be open as soon as 2025. Because I don't think they've finalized a plan for it yet, an architectural plan. So for right now, we are we'll just have to live with terminals A, B, C, D, and E here at the DFW Airport. See, it's down to 52 degrees. It's gotten a little cooler here. Let's go back to the aircraft, shall we? Well, of course, are we looking at an aircraft right now? I've got to switch back to our main camera. It is enshrouded at the moment. Let me unshroud it. Okay. Sorry for that abrupt camera movement. It's a Delta A320 going up into the sky. I don't know where it's going. Just barely caught it before it was enveloped by clouds. I think the lesson from today is I definitely have to get something a little more form-fitting for the camera as far as rain cover goes. But hey, you live and learn. Alright, that little white dot there in the sky is American Eagle Flight 3888 coming in from Lexington, Kentucky, I want to say. It's an Embraer 175. That's how far away things are from where we are. Okay, the next flight coming in, another heavy. Coming in from the land of the World Cup will be Qatar Airways Flight 60Y. It's a 777. You do not see it yet. It is obscured. It's a 13-year-old 777 coming in from Doha. Do we see it yet? No, not yet. Sounds like I'm unwrapping candy right now, but no, that's the sound of shower curtain. I'm surprised I can't see this plane yet. Is the visibility dropping that much? You should see its headlights. Oh, there it is. And by the time it touches down, this plane will have been in the air for 16 hours. And this one's got to get out of the way pretty fast because there's another heavy coming in right behind it. This one will be a Dreamliner 787-9 coming in from Maui, our second Maui arrival of the morning. I think you can see it there. It's kind of a glimmering series of dots right now. And now it's entirely out of focus. So there you go. We got a double dose of heaviosity as far as airplanes go. 777 and a 787. It looks like we're in for another round of quietude here. We'll go back to cargo operations here for a moment or two. Gerard is just full of wisdom today. Being an adult is just walking around wondering what you're forgetting. Something to think about. John Franco with the meteorological report. Winds 10 degrees at 13 knots, 10 miles visibility with a ceiling of 1,000 feet. Not much change. Wendy, KLM fan, says Walt must be the one who wraps the presents when needed. Well, you know, if I have... This wrapping job is not that great as far as cameras go, but I am a very good gift wrapper, I must say. Very minimal use of adhesive tape. I never tape the wrapping paper to the box. Mary Extraordinaire says, how about a Ziploc storage bag, Walt? Well, problem is I've got a lot of cables that go in and out, so I wouldn't be able to zip it. Kevin Mottershaw says, hey Walt, maybe you should pimp up the DFW van and have a window that opens up in the side and pop the camera out there. Hashtag pimp up the van. Well, you know, it's so windy today, I don't have the our van, our satellite truck deployed even today. We're just strictly on cellular connections today. Andy Gibson says, good morning, Walt. Hope you had a nice Thanksgiving. Great work on your YouTube channel. Thank you. I don't know if this is considered as... I don't know if I'd put this one in the time capsule. Let's put it that way. It might be fun to go back and watch, though. There you see the skies over our little airport here. Pretty murky. Very nice comment from Afsan, who says, watching all your live streams makes me happy. Well, thank you. Ilya Kornev says, bigger hello from Helsinki with love to aviation. Hello there, Ilya. You have the name of one of my childhood heroes, Ilya Kuryakin from The Man from U.N.C.L.E., an American TV spy show of the 1960s. Aviate Gate to Gate says, that pilot keeps looking at the loaders as if they're holding him up, or maybe he's just bored. He's kind of out there. He's in his shirt sleeves. I'd have a jacket on. That seems a little cold for shirt sleeves. Oh, it looks like they're sealing things up there. Maybe we will get to see this take off. Well, I'll have to tell you, if it does take off, that may be our last plane of the day. But we'll see. Let's see. Oh, our main camera is back to being This is just not working out at all, is it? Actually, it's kind of not raining right now. Should I dare? I think I'll just kind of remove this. So hold on a second. I'm going to keep it nearby. I'm not going to take it away, but I'm just going to remove it from the shroud that it had been. So there, now at least we've got a picture going. Okay, we've got American Airlines Flight 2027. It's another Airbus A319. And its previous port of call was Silao in Mexico. It's Flight 2027, and it's about to touch down here at DFW Airport, following an hour and 43 minutes in the skies. Oh, it is so much easier to operate a camera without a shroud of plastic film on it. What time is it? It's 8:20. Just remind you that you're watching Runway DFW here on YouTube. We bring you live streams from one of the world's busiest airports on several occasions a week, weather permitting, and even when not permitting. And I wanted to do this broadcast today because I wasn't entirely sure we'd be able to do one tomorrow. We usually do one on Saturday. Look, is this QOTS all buttoned up now? Sure looks like it. Well, let me look at the flight takeoff schedule and see if there's anything that looks like a 747 going to take off. They loaded it up, so it's got to be taking off, right? I'm not just going to let it sit there. Well, I have looked at the departure schedule through about 9:30, and I haven't seen any UPS departures. But they can always surprise us. So yeah. Oh no, it is lit up now. Off to Louisville. And you know what its scheduled departure time was? Did they do this on purpose? It was scheduled to depart at 7:47, so it's 8:22 now. So no wonder that captain looked a little like, let's get going here. So there it goes. It's pushing back. Well, no matter how dreary the day, a 747 departure or arrival always brightens things up for me. What can we tell you about this aircraft? Well, this is a 747-44AF. And it was born in November of 2007, so it's celebrating its 15th birthday this month. Looking good there. N572UP. It has been quite a while since I have witnessed a UPS 747. For a while I was seeing them, on a regular basis, and then they kind of switched over to mostly MD-11 service between here and Louisville, at least when I was here. So it's good to see this one back in the mix. We say hello to Nicholas Orozco, tuning in from Pecos, Texas. Going Slightly Mad says, what a 747 beauty. Aviate Gate to Gate says, I think that pilot just wants to make sure all those packages get to the stores and homes on time. Going Slightly Mad says, hope the weight is balanced in that thing. Kiwi Whispers ASMR says, good morning, Walt. Great to have your company during this sleepy work day. Here in the U.S., it's not a work day for a lot of people. It's a part of a 4-day weekend, so... There's our gloomy sky once again. So if the stars are shining upon us, we will hope to see this take off from here on the west side of DFW Airport. Let's see if we can get a cockpit peek here, since we're so close. Good morning in there. Hope you have a good flight. And they're off. I just caught out of the corner of my eye Emirates Flight 55U. It'll be a 777 coming in from Dubai. And it looks like it's circling around to come in on this side, the west side of the airport, so... There you go, some quad engine goodness for you on this Black Friday morning here in the U.S. Oh, and speaking of Kiwi, here comes the American daily flight from Auckland. The 787-900. It's American Airlines Flight 34. In the air for 13 hours and 9 minutes. Well, I'd like to say we're all the way up to 7,989 subscribers, so just 11 away from the big 8,000. So I hope if you are a new viewer and you like what you see, you'll click the subscribe button. Maybe you'll be number 8,000. Becky Davies says, hello, Runway DFW. Hi there, Becky. Good to have you here. And I say hello to Austin Swafford. Hello, Austin. Good to have you here as well. And let me get refocused here on the main attraction. You see there in the upper right-hand corner of the screen, that's American Airlines Flight 1538. An Airbus A320, which is on final approach from Madison, Wisconsin. Cesar Colqui just subscribed, so you're helping us get to that 8,000 goal. Thank you, Cesar. I do see that flight from Dubai getting ready to make the turn. I can't yet tell if it's going to vector in on the west side or the east side yet. So we get a partial view of the big Queen of the Skies. What, another subscriber? Steve Leonhardt is our newest subscriber. We're up to 7,993 subscribers now, just 7 away from the big 8,000 mark. We may make it today. Okay, there's no shower curtains in the way here. That's just clouds. And that was American Flight 2720 on its way to Tucson, Arizona. See if we can watch a plane taking off here. That didn't take long to get off the ground. It actually seems to be brightening up a little here, although I believe we're in for some rain later this afternoon. What you just saw there was American Eagle Flight 3231, CRJ 701 on its way to Midland, Texas. That's American Flight 2759, 737-800, about to thrust its way to San Antonio. I heard another subscriber ding-a-ling. Sorry, I don't have any confetti or cookies or anything like that as we get to 8,000 subscribers, but you have my eternal thanks. We must be close now. I think the ceiling has climbed just a bit. There's our Queen. Now, come on now. They're not sending it over to the east side to go to Louisville, are they? Well, looks like they are. Well, we'll do our best to take it out of the sky. Well, that's kind of a shame. Boo. Bit foggy out there, says Mr. Tank 2010. I'm looking obsessively at our subscriber count. It's now standing at 7,998 subscribers as we give thanks on this day after Thanksgiving to Michael Lemaster with a super chat of $4.99. Thank you, Michael. Much appreciated. Brian Henry says, come on, 8,000. Little cheerleading from Afsan's Vlogs. Let's all sub to Runway DFW. Thank you, Afsan. 2 more, please, says Andy Gibson. Something is happening with our either my mouse isn't working or the computer screen's not working. And we've just have climbed over 8,000 subscribers. We're at 8,002. Thank you everyone so much for your subscriptions, your likes. Again, that's a big milestone for us. Don't have any cupcakes or cookies or candles or anything. Well, I don't think I'd want a candle out here today. Be a little windy for that. Well, take a deep breath. Thank you, everyone. I'm keeping an eye on the radar for the big 747 UPS on its way to Louisville. There's a few planes ahead of it looks like, so. Oh, here comes the flight from Dubai. And again, that's Emirates Flight 55U, a 777. Flight radar erased the time of flight just before I clicked on it. But it's a long flight. Well, there's just a pile of planes in line to take off over on the east side, and similarly, got quite a few lining up way down there to take off here on the west side. Arya's World says congratulations on his my mouth is not working. Congratulations on 8,000 subs. And on the next video, I have a big party. Hassan's Vlog says, you are awesome people. And Runway DFW, thank you. That was American Airlines Flight 1805 on its way to Oklahoma City, an Airbus A320. That one just came in. Here we go. It's another drag race. You just saw American Flight 2722, a 737-800 off to Reno, Nevada. You know, I think it's getting colder. Well, it says 52 degrees, which I think is about what it was last time I checked. It just feels colder. I think it's getting windier. But am I complaining? Well, here's what I was looking for. It had already taken off. Flight 2767 for Seattle. Disappearing into the morning sky. I think we're close to the 747 liftoff. The plane you just saw taking off, by the way, was American Eagle 4186 in Embraer 175, destined for Lubbock, Texas. So as a technical note, what happens with cameras like mine are that when there's low contrast, as we have today, it sometimes has a hard time finding its focus. And the 747 UPS flight just took off. I could not pick it out of the clouds over there on the east side of the airport, so I regret to say that our 747 takeoff was not broadcast on Runway DFW today. Sorry about that. I don't think we've even shown you Founders Plaza today, but here it is. That's where we broadcast from. The plane you just saw taking off was American Flight 353, headed off to sunny Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, 737-800, and another plane taking off over here. It's an Embraer 175. Disappearing into the clouds on its way to Fort Walton. Is that right? Yeah, Destin Fort Walton in Florida, here in the U.S. I hear an enthusiastic child somewhere behind me. I don't know if you can hear that. Okay, so I think this is American Flight 520. It's an Airbus A321neo, and this is going to Phoenix, where our friend Kevin has been broadcasting from the last couple of days. Afsan says, let's extend today's live stream. It's easy for you to say. It's cold out here. I don't have to go to work today, so I can extend it, so let's see what'll happen. Vince Las Vegas says, howdy Walt and all. Hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I did. Hope you did too. Arias World says, just to let you guys know, I'm tracking the British Airways A380. It's over the Atlantic by Greenland. I thought somebody else had said today that BA had replaced the A380 with another aircraft type on today's journey. At any rate, I will not be here for its arrival. It's about as far as I can twist around here. The next departure from way down at the end of runway 36 right. Shall we zoom in? Zoom in some more. Zoom in even more. How about a little more? And again, that's about 2 miles from where we're standing. So if it looks far away, it is. This, I believe, is going to be American Flight 2743, in Airbus A321. This one's headed to sunny San Diego, California. That sounds nice. Stay in focus, stay in focus, stay in focus. This is one of those busy times of day when as soon as a plane lifts off, the next one gets ready to blast off. It's American Flight 882 on its way to Tulsa, Oklahoma, 737-800. That plane in the foreground is American Flight 882 coming in from Tulsa, Oklahoma, 737-800. The one behind it now accelerating. Is Flight 2357, an Airbus A321. Destination Denver. kind of whip around in a hurry so we don't miss the next flight. It's down there somewhere. Ah, yes. It's American Flight 2420, 737-800. Lifting off for Mexico City. I don't know, we promote our broadcast as being in color, but a day like this is decidedly monochromatic. Shall I tell you what that was? That was American Eagle Flight 4978, headed to Killeen, Texas, a CRJ 700, 701 ER. This Embraer 175 is got San Angelo on its agenda, San Angelo, Texas. American Eagle 3693. And it has disappeared. I think this is flight 389 to Mexico City. Did we not have a flight to Mexico City just a minute ago? Or maybe I misinformed you. Wouldn't be the first time. There's a special livery down there somewhere. There it is. This one's going to Danielle Udubert, Quiros International Airport in Guanacaste Province, Liberia and Costa Rica. So it's going to Liberia and Costa Rica. So there you go, special livery. Going Slightly Mad has gotta go. Gotta go to work. Have a great day. Hope you do too. Mark Williams says, "Morning, Walton friends. Homesick. Oh, boo. Glad to have something fun to watch." Well, Mark, I hope it's not too serious. Hope you feel better soon. Offsan's vlog says, "Can we end at 11 a.m.? I'll have to be honest with you, Offsan. I don't know if I can hold out till 11 a.m. Temperature's hanging in there at 52, but the wind is just stinging today. John Muscatel, good morning everyone. Have a wonderful ... wonderful day. Robert Tratnak is our new subscriber. Thank you, Robert. Happy to add you to the list. We've got, we're up to 8,007 subscribers. We passed the 8,000 mark today. Thanks to all of you existing subscribers who have brought us up to that point, and all the new ones who I hope you're liking what you see. This is not a typical broadcast. We normally have a couple more cameras. We have a soundboard. We have a separate microphone to bring you the natural sound of the airport. But I chose not to set that all up today in case we had to tear down quickly for rain. So, I think I may be able to last, oh, I don't know. Time is at 9:08. I may be able to go to 9:30, but brr. Michael Lemester says, "Enjoyed the show, Walt, but off to work." Well, off to work you go. Thank you for hanging out with us today, Michael. We'll see you next time, I hope, on Runway DFW. That One World livery has gone out of our shot because I have not been manning the camera while I've been looking at your comments. There it is. It's making the turn on runway 36 right. Off to Costa Rica. Well, that's it. I'm officially putting on the fingerless gloves now. Saw an interesting airplane down here a moment ago. Where was it? Well, we got a lot of non-American planes getting ready to go out. I think you saw a Spirit, a United. And Alaska. So you can see how many planes are getting ready to take off, but here's the one I was interested in. We might not get a very good look at it before it disappears into the clouds.
On the way to high school, contact departure 585.
No. Didn't get a very good look at it. Let me see what I can tell you about that. That was a Cessna 52B Citation CJ3 Plus. It's going to LAX, Los Angeles. It says it's Thrive, Thrive. I don't know if that's an airline or a private jet service, not sure. Thrive. It's American Flight 1820. Where is it going, Walt? It's going to Ontario, California. And that was an Airbus A321. That's American Flight 1770. Bound for Fresno, California, 737-800. American Flight 846. An Airbus A321neo. Pointing its nose toward LAX. So I'm kind of seeking the next airplane here. I suspect it's going to come from behind this one. And there it is. Alaska Flight 756 on its way to Seattle, a 737-900. a Spirit plane is not too very far behind. This one's going to Phoenix. It's an Airbus A320, flight 1971. Goodbye. What happened to our picture? Oh, there it is. That A321's waiting for its turn to cross over runways 36 right and left, but there's a lot of traffic going out right now. It's American Flight 1812. Something just flew over. Oh, my chair. I heard a noise. I didn't know what it was. It was my very lightweight folding chair falling over. That was American Flight 1312. That's going to McAllen, Texas. 737-800. And I am here to acknowledge a $27.07 super chat from Joe Ratz. Joe says, thanks for gutting it out, Walt. You're getting me through a rough morning at work. Well, I appreciate that, Joe. Thank you. Much appreciated. Robert Brun says, good morning. Hello to you, Robert. Andy Gibson says, thanks, Walt, for braving the cool, rainy weather to bring us great DFW video. Really appreciate your channel. I'm off to walk my dogs. They are very demanding for their morning walk. I totally get that. Kevin Muttershaw says, okay, Walt, thanks for the stream and your perseverance. Catch up next time. Time for work. Goodbye, mods and chat. A lot of people have to go to work today. And Bill Platt says, despite the hardware restrictions and the weather, this broadcast is actually very good. You sound surprised, Bill. Cold Chili says, how are you doing this morning? And I think your screen name kind of sums it up. Cold Chili. I could use some hot chili right now. That would sound really good. Okay, let's see what we got here on the docket. Anything coming in? Got an American flight coming in from Las Vegas. An Airbus A321, flight 2526, off in the distance still, a couple minutes away. Well, maybe not a couple minutes, but not too far away. Got some people behind me. They're kind of tailgating. They've got the tail of their van open, and they're kind of hanging out in there. Sounds like what I should be doing. I don't have a van, though. That is my dream vehicle, a Volkswagen van. I always liked the microbus, and I've really got my heart set on the new electric Volkswagen bus. What do they call it? They've got some strange name for it. So there's the flight from Las Vegas touching down. Burr. Let's point our camera at something a little closer. There's the array of UPS planes. There's a little 757 there in the foreground with a classic MD-11 behind it. Don't know if we'll see either of those taking off. We usually get a flight to Ontario, California around this time of the morning. I think that's usually a 767. Another one of these little itty-bitty cargo planes coming in. I believe this is a Martinair Cessna Super Cargo Master. And it says here on my screen it's diverting to DFW. So it took off from DFW. It was on its way to Tyler, Texas, and apparently it has returned. I'm assuming due to weather. Because the weather is stormy to the west of us. So I guess this will just hunker down here until conditions improve. What is that on the windshield there? You get a size comparison. That plane is celebrating 29 years, that little Super Cargo Master. It's kind of pulled up to a stop there. Usually it just goes right back. Bill Platt with another $5 super chat. Thank you, Bill. Surprised because even you were hard on yourself over the fog cast, and this weather is actually worse than that. Well, I think it is a little As I recall, the fogcast wasn't as cold as this day is. There was a lot less to see, though, at least in the initial stages of the fog extravaganza, as it became known as. I think one of our viewers dubbed it the fog extravaganza. Here is Frontier Flight 2702 touching down after a flight from Phoenix, an Airbus A320neo. Don't know if we'll be able to discern what's on the tail. My sources tell me it is Poppy the Prairie Dog. Okay. Now let's go back to this Super Cargo Master. It's being attended to here. You're getting a ladder out? Can't really speculate as to what the issue was, but I don't... well, I guess they're putting some gas into it, or fuel, I should say. Or are they? Yeah. So you gotta climb a ladder to put fuel in that thing? No, I guess so. Well, Bill Platt is providing us with income and information at the same time with a $5 super chat. He says the device on the windshield is actually an anti-icing device. Okay. I'd never, I guess, looked that closely at a Super Cargo Master windshield. But thank you for that information. Okay, I'm officially shivering right now. Looking at the big map, seeing what's coming in. I seem to have lost control of my camera switching here on my computer. See, there's camera, what we're using is camera 2 today. Oh, there's me, hello. So, yeah, I guess they're fueling that thing up. Robert is informing us that fuel caps are on top of the wings. I always learn something when I do a broadcast. But the question is, why did it come back? Did it start to depart without enough fuel? Or maybe because of weather it needed to load some more fuel on in case it has to divert? Don't know. Well, we're about to see a heavy departure on runway 36 right. It's going to be American Airlines Flight 7 going to Maui. Be a 777. 777-200. It's way down there somewhere. There it is. Ahead of it, though, is this... Where'd it go? There it is. Well, that's American Flight 2046 with a destination of San Jose, California. The Airbus A321. As my begloved hands kind of ham-handedly operate the controls. We'll keep our eye on this 777 as it moves into position for takeoff. That wind is blowing stiffly from the north-northeast right now. I want to say probably about 15 miles an hour. Okay, here we go. 777 time. And they're not going to crash into each other. That's an optical illusion. And with a mighty roar, that 777 takes its leave for the Hawaiian Islands. And let me just quickly see if there's anything else we're going to miss here, because I think the host of Runway DFW is going to be taking his leave here now after a scintillating 2 hours and 37 minutes of windswept action. So yeah, I think that's going to do it for us today. We've caught some things which are fun. We had a little bit of excitement. We tried to make it fun anyway. There's the East Tower. We're looking east. Still very overcast here, and I think we're due for some storms coming from the west. So I think we'll get out while the getting is good. I want to thank everyone for participating in this, what I guess to us is a historic broadcast. There's me. So I want to thank you for watching, for hanging out with us here today at DFW Airport. We had a lot of fun. I don't know that we'll be back on Saturday or Sunday because weather is not looking good, but I'll make a final decision as we go along. So we could be here either Saturday afternoon, Texas time, or maybe Sunday morning, midday. Well, it would have to be morning because I have some duties in the midday and afternoon. So anyway, thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for being part of our 8,000 subscriber broadcast. We're up to 8,007, and we're on our way to 9. Okay, so again, thanks everyone, and we'll see you soon on Runway DFW. And as we say here, happy contrails to you until we meet again. Thank you, everybody, and so long. Oh, can I play our... I don't know if I can play our thing. Hold on. Close.
Stay tuned for The Price is Right, which follows at most of these CBS stations.
We hope you liked it. Too late to change it now.